Yes, now bless now, people. King of the Pit TV. Pavement. Slanted and Enchanted was the title of this record. 14 tunes. It was recommended on the Patreon by my friend Gary. When I say 14 tunes, no filler tracks, i.e. no introductions, no instrumentals, no in-betweeny bridges, no outros. 14 actual tunes. My first time listening to Pavement, seen Pavement referenced from time to time on some of the bands we've been listening to. Perhaps Built to Spill was one of the acts I've heard Pavement be referenced upon. Or maybe it was the band Sloan, is that right? But either way, Pavement referenced a few times here and there across some of the listen-throughs we enjoy on this channel. Now, this was an artful experience, generally down to the fuzzed out blur of what was the guitar on most of the tracks, which reminded me of the band Flipper and its art rock expression, which further correlates with the modern art-esque album artwork we have before us. Makes sense, right? The rhythm section was okay, due to the fact we had such a blurred out guitar line for the most part. There was a strong bass presence driving the musical value in relation with the drummer, who had to be good to fill the gap that the guitarist was allowing them to enjoy and get involved with. The vocal line, probably the most important component aside from that. Lyrically speaking, okay, yeah, a few rememberable lines, decent. A few spoken wordy-esque approaches, which was pretty good. It gave a coherence to the vocal line if you're a lyrical sort of person, which I assume the majority of people who enjoy music is, because that's where the human is, and we like to, you know, communicate on a human basis, right? Makes us feel seen, makes us feel heard, and it's enjoyable. Well, hopefully it's enjoyable. At least it's more present than a person listening to the vibrations of a guitar, you know? So this band has got a variety of song lengths and means of how they compose their tracks. One being at 1 minute 15 seconds long with Chesley's Little Wrists, and then some being borderline 4 minutes long. This is a particular sound that needs a little bit of space to breathe, I would say. So I would argue that this band operates more better in the 3 minutes to 4 minute mark, or around the 3 minutes mark. Sub 2 minutes comes across as more of a novelty, you know. This band is generally of a slower pace. We're not listening to fast hardcore punk music, so to have it sub 2 minutes, they just can't really give a person like me the magic I want to hear in their jam-infused sound of artistic expression. If I'm to rate this record, first and foremost, I'm very happy to have heard this record, and I'm very happy to have heard Pavement. I think at a time and a place, this would have hit me better. Whilst I'm here assessing the music in this environment, it wasn't the right environment to check this out. Having a light buzz off of a Twifter or a couple of drinks and having a stroll from A to B whilst listening to this would have been the right environment to check this record out. Headphones in, full absorption of the music, but in less of a critical fashion, you know, in more of an interested state of mind. That would have been, and I say that not that I wasn't interested in this listen through, but you see where I'm coming from here. I have to make commentary and express my train of thought, whereas out and about I can just maybe enjoy it for what it is. That would have been a better circumstance. For this, but you could say that for any particular record, but I mean for this particular sound, you know, I feel like there's a great essence here. There's a great emotive value that would connect. And I say emotive, it's not the most emotionally driven record, emotionally expressive record, but there's a particular sound here that would connect with me given I was in a particular time and place. I can vouch for that. Overall, I would rate this project a 6.5 out of 10. And you may ask, why not 7? And I would say because we got 14 tracks on here, some of them being sub 2 minutes, as I said. If we had 10 tracks on this record, all of a substantial length, around the 3-minute mark, I would have given it a 7, given the general outcome of some of them longer tunes. Whilst I'm here, I just want to say the best track on this record is probably the tune Here, which is the longest track on the record and sort of strays from the general sound we've had. Doesn't mean that I want them to exist in that space, but that was just something I thought I would comment. That was the band at its best on this record. But the tune Summer Babe, what was track number 1, is its parallel in terms of value. Only thing is, there was a deterioration of the sound quality given the fact it was alongside a music video, which tends to be the case on YouTube. And that deterioration of value suited the band better because it felt like I was listening to more of a garage rock, a little bit more of a 4-track recording, demo-esque approach. And I just adored that sound production in relation to the band's essence. I don't want this band to be polished. I don't want this band to be polished and mastered and produced. I want the organic, bare roots expression. I think that's what would suit this act. Anyway, I'm signing out. Peace, people. Goodbye.